What's up guys, Woody here back with another Gwent video and more importantly a new to Gwent video. Now this series, it had a little bit of a quiet patch because we were waiting for Novigrad to drop. Novigrad's here now. The first one went up, which is complete Novigrad starter decks. If you want to check that out, if you want to kind of jump in and find the starting point of where to play Novigrad, Syndicate, starting deck and guide, that's all available now. And today is a bit of a different one because we've got a whole video based on one Uno card. Yep. You heard it, one simple card. Now, this came from, I don't know why I didn't think of this beforehand. It's annoyed me that I didn't think of it beforehand. But in chat the other day, someone stopped by on one of my streams and was asking about this card. And they were saying, is it good? Like, I feel like reading it doesn't sound very good. And I remember when I was probably my first 200 or 300 hours in the game, I'm not even kidding, I stayed away from the card a little bit because I didn't really understand it. I really didn't kind of get to grips with what the card is. Because there's a lot of RNG on the card, and knowing when to play it and what to go for is very important. Now the suspense is over because you already know what the card is. It's in the video title. Shupe, ladies and gentlemen. Shupe is the card we're talking about. This little fella just here. The card's actually called Shupe's Day Off, and it's important to remember that Shupe is a special card. Shupe turns into a bodied card, a token body card. Remember. But a bodied card when you choose what card you want. Now this wonderful little card here, I say wonderful, I'll get on to that in a bit. But this card here, Shupe, has 15 options. Yep, this one card can run 15 options. Now if we jump into Shupe, okay, the way this video is going to work, and this is very much built at new players because it can be an intimidating card to use at first, especially when you don't know what the hell you want to be choosing. So the way it's going to work is we're going to run through three different types of Shupe. We're then going to run through each Shupe's ability in order of complete meme to what you genuinely want to be going for. Then I'm going to go through some examples of what you want to play with those abilities. And then I'm going to give my opinions on Shupe as a card overall and Shupe decks, because there's one big kind of, not twist, but if you want to play Shupe, there's one big rule you have to stick to, and that is right here. If your starting deck has no duplicates, send Shupe on an adventure. You cannot play Shupe in any deck. You can only play Shupe in a deck that literally has no duplicates. Finning cards, no, you can't run two of them, okay? Cards that spawn other cards that aren't in your deck, that's fine. But cards that play other cards in your deck, no. You cannot have anything on your... If we go back over here, nothing if I jump into this Horseton deck. Nothing in this deck. So here it says mark plus times 2. Cannot have that in a Shupe deck. Shupe decks are literally just a case of, no, you're running just Shupe. Or just individuals and Shupe. Anyway, that's the rule. We're going to talk more on that in the end. So, Shupe Mage. There's 3 Shupe. Shupe Mage, Shupe Hunter, and Shupe Warrior. Warrior? Gladiator. Am I going crazy? Knight. Sorry, Shupe Knight. So, Shupe Mage. Shupe Mage is... I mean, you're going to use this option 10% of the time, if that. Shupe Mage is complete troll-like. No pun intended with Shupe being a troll. But this is meme central, okay? Shupe Mage comes out for a 2-body. And this is where you can potentially, now that's a big thing there, potentially get the most value off Shupe, okay? There is a few ifs and buts to that. But what I mean by that is we look at Shupe Mage's abilities. Deploy. Transform the rightmost card in each player's hand into a random special card. Now, that is... I've never chose that option in my life. I don't think you need to choose that option in your life. You choose it, let's say you get Dipper Ponta and they get R and R and you've got 9 turns left in a round. What a waste. Like, you got a 2-body... That could work in flip. You might end up turning their big finisher card into Dipper Ponta. Like, I would never use this one. If I was trying to be a complete troll and I got really bad choices otherwards, maybe, but I doubt. I've not used it. I can't see another time I'm ever going to use this one here. Deploy. Move a random unit to the opposite row. This can be game winning. This can be game losing. So what that means is basically charming an enemy. So the best example at the moment is, and I tried to get gameplay of this, but I played a lot of Shupe matches and couldn't get it off, now it is a random unit, so it can count for your own units. If you play this last turn of the round, like your last card in hand is Shupe, you play this, you choose Shupe Mage, move random unit to a row. You have every chance of moving one of your units onto the enemy's rows as well as stealing one of your enemy units onto your row. It's complete random. Where this comes in good is they have first turn. They're playing Gundren. They drop Bincy. Bincy goes normally to about a 12 or 13. Well, she'll go to a 13. They have no coins in hand. And then they'll bring out Flying Redanium. You could play this, and there's a chance you could, if you get this choice here, you could charm Bincy. So all of a sudden, Shupe has come out and he's stolen a 13-point card. That's 15 points for his 13. Plus, if you're playing Syndicate, you're going to get extra value off that Bincy. So if this comes out, it's bonkers, and I'll get explaining if this comes out at the end of what I've gone through everything. Okay. I done this the other day because I misread it. Shupe Mage, apply a random row effect to all rows. This is all rows, including your side. I dropped it thinking, oh, all enemy rows. No. I had an R&R and a Torrential Rain drop my side. They had a 2 fog drop their side. Theirs were over in 4 turns. I had an R&R on one of my rows. I was like, are you kidding me? Again, the only way you'd ever drop this is if you're running a very, very low unit deck, as in you've got 12 special cards in your deck. You're running some degenerate stuff. I don't see any other time this gets value. Shupe Mage. Now this is very powerful. Deploy, split 13 damage randomly between all other units on the battlefield. Now I used to play an Arrakis Queen Shupe deck where you drop Summoning Circle, and then you drop Tainted Ale. And then normally they've got around 10 to 13 points on the board. I then would drop this, hoping to find Shupe Mage, the 13 damage, because then I would ping, I literally board clear them, and I'd still have 2 artifacts on my side, because it only pings units. Obviously, it can't ping artifacts, it can't ping Summoning Circle, it can't ping Tainted Ale. Yeah, so this can be very powerful, but it's pretty tricky to be in a situation to get it off. And the last one from Shupe Mage is spawn and summon, so it's summon, not play, a random unit to a random row on each side. So if you spawn a card that has got a deploy ability, because it's summoned, the deploy ability won't go off. So again, I mean, maybe you get super lucky and you spawn a T-ball and he drops on your side, and they spawn a 2-cost slave infantry. Like that's so situational, so minute. This one I would use as little as I would use this one up here. Then we go on to Shupe Hunter. Now this comes out of 4-body. I would say, so using Shupe Mage 10% of the time, I would say Shupe Hunter is probably a 40% of the time. 35 to 40% of the time is how often you're using Shupe Hunter. Abilities. Play a random card from your deck. I've never used this one. I mean, if you got a really bad draw hand, like let's say for example you play this second from last turn, you're not going to want to boost all cards in hand by 1. Destroy a random enemy or a random row effect might be terrible for 2 turns. So maybe playing a random card from your deck maybe actually gets the most value. I've not used it, but it's there. If you have 1 card left in your deck because you've managed to thin your deck out, then fine. This could be a great play. I think most of the time this one gets passed. This is very good. Shupe Hunter. Damage 3 random enemy units by 3. Now the reason this is very good is, let's say they've popped some cards out. They're playing Scoia'tael. For some reason, so they've dropped Gabor. They've dropped something else, and then they've dropped Milva. Milva comes out at 3. If you get this, you could damage with Gabor, which is an immune card, down to 3, down to 2. You can clear Milva, and you could damage or clear whatever other card it is as well. There are other situations where this gets pretty good, but yeah, I mean, it's 12 value. It's 4-body, 9 points on the board. You're getting 3 damage on board. If you're playing Syndicate, maybe it sets up some bounty plays. Maybe it sets up some removal, but it's definitely one of the better hunters. Probably actually the best hunter you can get, okay? For consistency anyway. Next, boost all units in your hand by 1. Now, I would often play, if I'm going for Shupe Hunter, I would often play Shupe Hunter around turn 2 or turn 3 of a round 3. Because, let's say I'm looking for damage 3 random enemy units by 3 and I don't get that. Playing this isn't the end of the world. If I've got 7 cards left in hand, it comes out for 4. I boosted all cards in hand by 1. Now, you might go, oh, wait a minute, that's only 11 points by boosting 7 cards. Sorry, that's only 11 points. Boosting 7 cards by 1 and a body of 4. But if I'm giving some of those cards an extra 1, let's say I'm playing Syndicate and I've give Ewald an extra 1. All of a sudden now Ewald's a 5 body, and now that's a lot harder for them to remove. So maybe Ewald stays on a little bit longer, and I can get more procs with bank spending. So this isn't the end of the world at all, because it can actually keep some engines alive on your side. Shupe Hunter, destroy a random enemy. This is, again, complete random. This is very good if, so, the way Shupe works is you can choose 3. When he comes out, you can choose 3 options. Chances are you're going to get, it's not always guaranteed, but you're going to get random enemy, or you're going to get boost all units in the hand by 1. Okay, you might not, but let's hope you get one of these 2. If you play it very early, so let's say they've just dropped down Milva, which can end up being a 10-point card quite easily in a round for Scoretel. If I play Shupe Hunter, let's say I don't get this, I can boost all my cards with my hand by 1. Okay, that's pretty good. I've now got a boost of 9 in hand, plus a 4 body. Shupe's coming out for 13. It's his provision cost. However, I get this one here, destroy a random enemy. Although I'm only destroying Milva at 3 and a body of 4, which you could go on face value, that's 7, but Milva normally ends up being a 10-point card. Actually, I'm getting 14-point value off Shupe, so that's a lot better. Again, it's random. If they've got Milva and another card on the board, it could choose the other card. It's complete random, okay? Hopefully, you snipe the right card. And the last one for Hunter is apply a random row effects to an enemy row. I mean, I've had this come out against me, and they pulled Dragon's Dream, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And I've pulled it out, and I've got Rain for 2 turns or 3 turns left, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so annoying. You could argue that over the course of the play, Rain gets what, like 9 damage? Am I thinking 8 damage? So 8 is 12 value. You could argue that you're getting your value back, but Rain's not that good. Frost isn't great. Fog isn't great unless you're playing a deck that plays into that. And the last one I'm going to go for is Shupe Knight, because this is the one you're going to choose most of the time. This is your 50-60% kind of banker, because they come out an 8 body. So even if you get a bad draw, you're getting an 8 body on the board. It's pretty big tempo. So damage an enemy unit by 4 can be used to clear an engine. Lock an enemy unit can be used to lock an engine. Shupe, gain resilience. Yeah, it can be used to you pop this down. Maybe they're pushing you around 2. You only need, or you need 6 to catch them up. Then you can either pop it. You can choose Knight. If you don't get the resilience, you still have the damage. You still have the lock. You have other ones we're going to go on to. Or you get the resilience. You pop that down. You're up by 2. Now they've got to start thinking about, okay, how far do I push, because they've got resilience on the board. Shupe Knight, deploy, destroy an enemy artifact. This thing here is great. Like, they don't expect it sometimes. If they play an artifact, again, you can play it out. You can't clear the artifact, then maybe you boost an ally, you damage a unit, you lock a unit, or you gain resilience, okay? But you get this one here, it clears an artifact, and it puts an 8 body on the board. This is one of the most, against what artifact, against something like Summoning Circle, this is worth probably the most points from Shupe. And final one is boost an allied unit by 4. Pretty simple. 12-point value back again. So, the way Shupe works, as I kind of very well, like went on lightly earlier, is when you play Shupe, let's say I play Shupe, and again, this is building new players. I play Shupe, I choose this, I'll come up, then 3 cards will come up. Shupe Mage, Shupe Hunter, and Shupe Knight. I will choose which one I want. Let's say I choose Shupe Hunter. I will then get 3 options from this list of 5. It's complete random which ones I get. So if I'm looking for damage 3 and I don't get damage 3 enemies by 3, I need to be thinking in my head, okay, I've chose Shupe Hunter. If I don't get that, what else is there that I want? I need at least 2 others in case I don't get the other one that I want. I don't want to play a random card from a deck. Boost units in the hand by 1. Okay, I'm playing this turn 7. That's not the end of the world. And then destroy a random enemy unit. Do you know what? They've got 2 big units on the board. That's not the end of the world. So maybe Shupe Hunter's the right play. Let's say, for example, I'm 7 turns into the game. They just played a big engine at 6 body. Okay, I want to lock this. I only have 1 lock. I'm looking for Shupe Knight. I can't go, I need Shupe Knight, I need Shupe Knight, I need Shupe Knight. I need to think, okay, I want Shupe Knight, I want Shupe Knight lock, but, okay, the engine's at a 5 body. Maybe actually if I get Shupe damage, then put it down to 1, I can clear it the turn after. That's not the end of the world, okay? Or maybe I can boost a unit that I can save an engine by 4. All of a sudden now I have 3 Shupes that are going to be viable, and one of them I'm going to definitely get because 3 cards come out of the 5. In terms of Shupe Mage, it's normally you're looking for 1 on Shupe Mage, and you have to play around if you don't get it. It's normally a case of you're looking for the 13 damage, or you're looking to charm an enemy unit. Basically, they're the ones you're looking for, really, on Shupe Mage. This one is very ballsy to play, but then again, it's ballsy to play. If Shupe Mage goes off and you get it, you normally win. It's as simple as that. If you get lucky and you get the Shupe Mage, you can win. So, wrapping things up, my thoughts on Shupe. Shupe is an absolutely okay card. Now, Shupe decks, people go on about how crazy bonkers Shupe decks are. And don't get me wrong, Shupe decks can be very good. But the key word or key part there is can be very good. Shupe decks will always struggle for consistency. Now, at the moment, I'm playing a Shupe deck that Baby Joseph came up with. A really cool Gwent streamer. Really nice guy. So, Baby Joseph basically made this deck where it's about... it's a Gundren Syndicate deck with Shupe. Now, it's super powerful because the versatility Shupe offers in terms of what I want to choose is very powerful. The issue that deck has, especially in mirror matchups against other Syndicate factions, are the card draw. And Shupe decks will always struggle with card draw because you have no consistency. Where you're not playing duplicate bronzes, you'll have them to put maybe 4, 5, sometimes 6 bronzes in the deck that just don't synergize with your deck at all. So playing Shupe deck sometimes, if you draw all your golds in round 1 and you're being pushed round 1, you're going to have to play some golds. No matter what, you have to play some golds round 1. Meaning round 3, chances are I'm going to draw into a ton of mediocre bronzes. And then my opponent probably has managed to get some consistent bronzes out round 1. And they're going to have their golds round 3. So that's why Shupe is, for me, always, at the very best, a good deck. Shupe can get bonkers. Like, if I'm being honest, the Gundren Shupe deck, I checked my stats earlier. Or last night, should I say. I've played 21 games with that deck, and I've won 16 matches. Like, that's how bonkers that deck is. It's insane. However, as soon as the hotfix comes and Syndicate get patched, that deck loses a lot of its power. Also, in mirror matches against Syndicate, very dependent on draws. The only reason it's so powerful at the moment is because certain cards in Syndicate are overtuned. If you look at other ones, there's an Arrakis Queen Shupe deck going around at the moment. Shupe decks go around for a little bit. They seem to come about, they go around for 2 or 3 days, and then they disappear. And then people go, I'm playing Detlef Shupe. Oh, I'm playing Ada Shupe. Oh, I'm playing this Shupe. Like, and they kind of appear, they run around like a meme for 2 or 3 days, and they disappear. And the reason they're not consistent is because people have good success with them. They then run into a bad patch with them because they lack on consistency of card draw, and then they drop them. Simple as that. People also know, oh, this is a Shupe deck. I'll just play against as a Shupe deck. So once you know it's a Shupe deck, you can start pushing. You want to push in round 2 to then make sure they try and play Shupe round 2. Yeah, they might try and get the resilience out round 2, but I would say if you win round 1 against what you think is a Shupe deck, and a key way of finding that out is keep clicking on the opponent's graveyard to see if there's any duplicates. If they're playing random, if they're playing bronzes, you're like, why the hell is this in their deck? Chances are it's a Shupe deck. Then you know if you win round 1, push round 2 and get Shupe out of their hands. Also force them to play gold cards because in round 3, chances are they're going to have very poor bronzes in their hand. But that's my thoughts on Shupe. Shupe's not a controversial card, but he's a card that people are very mixed on. Guys, I'd love to know what you think of Shupe in the comments below. And also, I'd love to know if you found this video helpful. If you're a new player to Gwent and you've seen this card being played, but you didn't know anything about it, hopefully I've managed to help you get a little bit of an understanding about Shupe, about what Shupe is. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's going to wrap us up. That's another new to Gwent video done, all about Shupey Whoopy cards. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. It really does mean a lot. I love it every time people watch the video. Every time I just see the views go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, it makes me smile. Then when I see likes on the videos and then comments, like, honestly, you guys are amazing. And just keep doing what you're doing, because for content creators like myself, it's very humbling, it's very nice, and I love making content, both indie game and Gwent wise, and I love the fact that you guys keep watching it. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Until next time, have a great day, morning, evening, whatever is where you guys are. And keep shuping. Doesn't work, but keep shuping, guys.